Hello, everybody, and welcome to World Animal Day. Yay! So exciting to be here today for this wonderful adventure. And my name is Susie Gazzi, and I work with the tools of Access Consciousness, and I play a lot with animals and the energies of animal communication. And for all of you that are brand new here and don't know anything about this, hopefully we can give you a little bit of information about what is access, what is animal communication, and also World Animal Day. What does it even mean? And why do we have a World Animal Day? So basically, a lot of times we create those days so that we become aware of certain things that are going on around the world. And especially with animals, there's a lot that we are already aware of, or you are aware of. And then also there's a lot more that you can become aware of when it comes to this. But one of the things that I wanted to start with today is basically all the places where you have made animals like humans. So I just wanted to point that out because we have this tendency to make them just like humans. And so I want to start with that because what would it take to actually see animals for who they are being and recognize them for all of their capacities, but also their limitations, just like ourselves, and to really recognize them as the beings that they are and not try to humanize them. So everything you have done to make animals like humans, will you please destroy and uncreate all that times a gazillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poolvats, and beyonds. So what is this gibbery Jew that I just said? That is the clearing statement of Access Consciousness, which can actually ask the energy to go back to wherever a limitation was created and undo it. So how does that work? Whenever you create any kind of point of view, it's like building a house of cards. You start to prove and you start to build your house based on one decision, one conclusion, one judgment that you have, and then you pull in all these energies and you start building this beautiful house of cards. Now, the clearing statement comes in and pulls out the bottom card and your entire house falls. So it can be that simple. Sometimes, of course, you create a lot of points of views about something. So you might need to pull a few different cards here and there to get the whole house to crumble. But what Access is about is to really give us choice and to give us the possibility to have choice. And whenever you have a point of view in place that you're holding on to because you think you have it right, then your choices get limited because everything has to match whatever you made right. So this is what the clearing statement is all about. If you want to know more about it, there is a website dedicated to just this sentence, and it's called theclearingstatement.com. So please go there and listen to the videos there and have a look around if you are interested in that tool. So, so basically, with the animals, one thing I am really excited about is that science finally acknowledged that animals have feelings. There was a lot of times when science was saying animals are like inanimate objects. They don't have feelings, they don't have thoughts, they don't have emotions. And so therefore, we can do whatever we want with them. Well, thankfully that has changed, and we are now recognizing that animals have thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and that they can take care of each other, that they actually have the capacity to be empathic, which are all things that we did deny for them. But now this is the part where it becomes interesting, because now we have decided that, well, since they have thoughts, feelings, and emotions, they must be like us. They are not like us. So everything that is times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poolvats, and beyonds. And this is the part where I really want to encourage you to start asking some questions of your animals. So for example, a lot of times I hear people say, my cat is jealous when I do this. My dog is jealous when I do that. Right now, ask. So truth, are animals jealous? Nope. So it's not jealousy, but then what is it? So your animal is exhibiting a behavior that you would define as jealousy. Now, when you do that, what happens is you have now a projection, an energetic projection onto your animal. You're now projecting on your animal that emotion of jealousy. You are showing me something that I have defined as jealousy. So, this is what you're doing. You are being jealous. So now you're projecting that onto your animal. You are being jealous. Now that's an energy. Now the energy is being received by the animal, and the animal is like, oh, this is the energy you want me to be. Oh, okay, cool. I will do my best to fulfill your request, because our animals that live with us actually would like to please us, and they are here to live with us. And so whatever it is that we are being as an energy, they try to do the best to be part of that pack, to be part of that family, to be part of that makeup. And so they will do the best they can to fulfill that request. Now, this is how all this works. And a lot of times, what we are creating is our animals being a certain way because we have defined them as such. Instead of really looking at, so what is that when my animal does a behavior that I would call jealousy, but when I ask the question, they aren't actually jealous. So, what is it that they are doing here? What is my animal exhibiting when it's doing this? Because I know it's not jealousy, but it sure looks that way in my world. So, but what is really going on for the animal? And this is where it becomes interesting, because some animals really have the sense of they want to protect you. So, is it protection? Could be that. What else could it be? Oh, they are actually in the rank. They see themselves higher as this other being that is here. So now they're pushing that away. Like, hey, this is my spot. Go away. Oh, so it could be also a proximity thing. It could be a rank thing. It could be so many things. But if you have now decided it is jealousy, you are going to try and solve something that is actually not the problem. Does that sound familiar? How many times have you tried to solve a problem that is actually not the problem? So everything that is times a gazillion, will you just join on creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyond. So please allow yourself to become more aware of what it is that is really going on in your family, including your animals, that you may be having some communication issues with, that could be so easy to be changed if you get away from the conclusion you have about it. So everything right now that is going on with the animals that you're living with, where you have concluded what it is, and you have defined it and you're explaining it, will you now please revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all your decisions, judgments, and conclusions about the situation? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So what if every day you woke up and you said, okay, today I'm destroying and uncreating my relationship I have to Fluffy. And please, for Fluffy, put in whatever name. And if you have more than one Fluffy, then do it for every Fluffy you have, okay? So all of your Fluffies, every day, please destroy and uncreate your relationship. Oh, what does that do? It really gives you an energetic clean slate. It's not that you now forget who your animal is and you don't love them anymore, but you get a clean slate. How cool is that? You don't have to hold on to what went down the day before or the year before, or even in your animal's past. What if you no longer had a point of view about the past they came from? How many of you hold on to your animal's past? My poor animal was abused, and therefore, therefore, all the reasons and justifications to their behavior because of their being abused in the past, will you please destroy and uncreate all that? Times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. What if you could really function more from, hi, who are you today? And what grand and glorious adventures are we going to have? What if you didn't have to hold on to what was yesterday, or the day before, or the year before, or in the past? What if you could really see your pet in a new light every day? So again, wake up in the morning and say, okay, I will destroy, or right now I'm destroying and uncreating my relationship to Fluffy. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. And even if you don't remember the clearing statement, you can just say all this stuff Susie said, and it will still work. Or you can say POC and POD. It's the short form, which I don't recommend that you only do that, but please start playing with that tool. So destroy and uncreate your relationship on a daily basis. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. And then see what else is possible. What is possible that you actually maybe haven't even considered? What else can you guys have together? And wherever you have already defined what all your life is, maybe destroy and uncreate that too. And really look at, hey, what else could be fun? What else could we actually create together today that we haven't explored yet? What other fun things would be there? And even if you've decided that, oh, my animal is so difficult, maybe destroy and uncreate that too, times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. And maybe it's you who's being difficult. Have you thought of that? Everything that is times a gazillion, where you destroy and uncreate it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. So one thing that is also really, really important, please don't look at animals as greater than you, but also please don't look at them as lesser than you. What if there was no more ranking system? What if you didn't have to compare and say, well, I'm more intelligent, or they are smarter, or they have more awareness and I have less awareness? What if you could really just see them for who they are? So for example, if you are walking your dog and your dog is off a leash and it sees a cat on the other side of the road, will it run across the street? So please be aware, will my dog run across the street if it sees another dog, a cat, a squirrel? And so your dog could be as aware as it is, but if a car is coming and there's a squirrel on the other side of the street, this may become a situation, okay? But this is where you have to be willing to also know about your dog. Will my dog run away from me in this situation? Or can I tell my dog to stay here and it will do that no matter what? And then please, you be the smart one. If you're walking on a busy street and your dog will run away if it sees something, maybe it's a good idea to have them on a leash. I am just saying, please don't go into, oh, my animal is so aware, it would never get killed by a car. Yeah, maybe, and maybe not. This is where you want to have a look at that. So it's not about deciding, oh, my animal is so aware, it will know when to cross the street. Maybe that's an awareness, but also maybe that's a conclusion you have come to. And so where in your life have you made conclusions about your animals that aren't actually correct? So everything that is times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. So please be brutally honest with yourself, and also be brutally honest with the situation that you have with your animal. And yes, your animals can give you a lot of awareness, and your animals can really show you things. Like, how many times have you been in a bad mood and your animal comes over and nudges you? Hey, hi, I'm here. Hi, I'm here. Hi. You know, how many times have you had that situation too? So your animals are so willing to contribute. They are so willing to assist you in changing your mood, in giving you an awareness, in letting you know that they're there for you. But please don't make that mean anything. This is where we get in trouble. We go into the meaning. Oh, this means. No, it doesn't mean anything. It just means, hello. Hi, I'm here. So all the meaning that you have put on your animals, will you please destroy and uncreate all that? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. It's really important that we start to recognize where we have put things on our animals that aren't actually fair to them, because maybe they can't actually deliver that, or also where we have made them greater. So everywhere you made your animals greater than you, will you destroy and uncreate all that, please? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyond. And everywhere you have made them lesser than you, will you destroy and uncreate all that, please? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So what contribution can we all be right now to the animals around the world? And if you just acknowledge, what if it wasn't about, oh my God, we have to save all the animals that are suffering? What if it wasn't about that? What if it was really more of an acknowledgement, okay, we as people have created a lot of things around the world with animals, true? We have enslaved them, we have done many things. And is it time to change that? Is it time to have a different point of view about that? Is it time to actually create a different reality? If it's up to me, the answer is yes. And you have to really look at what is true for you and what reality would you like to see in the world when it comes to animals. What would you like to see? What would you like to be different? And you can't have a point of view that you have the right way to look at this. If you have decided that you have the right way to look at this, it's not going to work. So everything that you have decided about, this is the right way, and this, everyone should do it because it's right, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyond. And you can still have the sense of like, hey, you know what? I would like to see a different world. And that's where I am at. I would like to see a different world when it comes to the way that we are handling and treating animals. I'd like to see something different. I'd like to see it where we are more honoring of each other, where we are willing to really ask more questions, where we're willing to be different when it comes to animals. What exactly that looks like, I have no idea. How to totally accomplish that, I have no idea. I just know there's a different possibility and there's an energy to that. For me, there is an energy that I am aware of that is a possibility. And I, every day, will contribute to that becoming a reality. Now, what is that energy for you when it comes to animals? And will you start to contribute to that energy? And whatever that is. And then every day, can you destroy and uncreate any point of view you have that doesn't allow for that to become a reality? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And all of you that have the point of view that you have to save the animals, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Anytime that you are in the position of saving, it always means that you need to help, which also means that that other thing is helpless. So what if instead of looking at it that way, you acknowledge or even ask, do animals, maybe certain animals will require your assistance for a moment, do all animals need our help? it's a different energy. When you come from the idea of I need to help all the animals, you are putting yourself in a superior position where you're now looking down at them and basically saying, oh, I need to help them. There is a superiority in that. But if you're willing to really look at, okay, so what else is possible here with the animals around the world? And what energy can I be to contribute to a different way of being? That is a different energy. And you may not come to conclusion about what it is that needs to happen. And you can ask some questions. And you all may have different areas where you have a certain compassion, but again, the compassion puts you in this place where all of a sudden, energetically speaking, you become enmeshed in a different way. Whenever you have something as a compassion, choice a lot of times is no longer an option. So everywhere you're compassionate about animals, will you please destroy and uncreate all that? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So what if you just looked at, okay, so, hey, is there an area that really sort of pings me? And it could be different things. One day you might see something where you're like, oh, wow, there is this organization that's doing something with rhinos. Huh, can I be a contribution to that? What are they doing? Or whatever it might be, it doesn't even matter. So it's not about, oh, you should do it only this way. This is the Access way of supporting animals. No, there is no Access way of supporting animals. Everything that is times a gazillion will you destroy and uncreate it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So how can you be a different energy here that will create a different reality? And I've said this before, don't come to conclusion about anything. Please, you don't have to be a vegetarian to be an animal lover. Okay, so everything that is times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And this is one of those areas where we create a lot of conflict for ourselves. And we try to justify it. Oh, my body really needs meat. I'm so sorry. If I could be a vegetarian, I would be a vegetarian, but my body really requires meat. And I feel so sorry. And in truth, I really don't want to eat meat, but I'm eating meat. And So all of that times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyond. Or then the other side of that, yes, I eat meat, and yes, I have the right to kill animals, and yes, they're here for me to be eaten, and yes, blah, blah, blah. All of that times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyond. What if there was something else available? What if you didn't have to find any more reasons and justifications for what you are choosing, but you could just be with it? What if it was okay? What if you didn't have to find a reason for it? So everywhere you're looking for all the reasons and justifications on what and how you are engaging with animals, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. When we look at all of this, the whole industry that we have around animals, what all could be different there? Does it have to be the way we're doing it now? What if we didn't have any more reasons and justifications to hold on to that? What if we could actually look at, okay, so what else is possible? Do we have to have mass slaughterhouses where hundreds of thousands of animals are being processed a day? Does it have to be like that? And what is it that we are doing right now that is creating that? What behavior are you supporting right now that is creating that? Is there a different possibility, and what could that be? So everything that is times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And a lot of the things that you are doing right now are from convenience. So what if you stepped out of your convenient point of view? So everywhere you've decided, oh, this is the easy way, this is convenient, this is how I've been doing it, will you destroy non-creative, please? Times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. If you were really contributing to the animals around the world, is there any behavior of consuming that you would change? Everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy non-creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. And really go by the energy of that. If you wanted to see a different world out there with the way that animals are being handled or being treated or being traded or being whatever, what energy is it that you can change right now in the way that you are functioning? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy non-creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. And everywhere that you have that insane point of view that you alone cannot change anything, will you destroy non-creative, please? Times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. Will you recognize that your choice makes a difference and matters? So everywhere you bought the idea that you alone cannot change anything, please, will you destroy non-create all that and return all that to sender? Times a gazillion, right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. Every single solitary person that is choosing different makes a difference. So please, that includes you. Yes, you. You make a difference with every choice. Every choice. Please know that. Don't ever go into, oh, this doesn't matter. No, it matters. So everywhere that you bought that you don't matter, or what you're choosing does not matter, will you destroy it and uncreate all that, please? Times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. This is really important to get because a lot of times we dismiss us and we go, you know, what I do, it's really not relevant. Oh, I can do this once because it doesn't really matter. It's not relevant. Because that's how we grew up, or at least, well, I speak for myself. You know, my parents always told me, yeah, you have so many idealistic views. When you grow up, you will realize that, no, this is not how it works here. You know, you will see. You'll give all that up eventually because you will see how this reality works. And, you know, this is how we do it. So the sooner you basically just let go of all of your dreams, the better it is. So everywhere you gave up your dreams in favor of this reality, will you destroy non-creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. So, you know, what I mean with that your choices matter is a lot of times we think, oh, you know what, if I just do this, like, let's say I'm going to buy something at the store today, okay? It doesn't matter if I buy it here or if I buy it over there, or it doesn't matter if I buy this product or that product. No, it does matter. It does matter. So this is where you have choice and you can make a huge difference and you can make an impact by those little choices that you make. Which pack of gum are you buying today? Do you know who makes that gum and where it comes from and what goes into it? No, I don't know because I don't care. Okay, that's cool. But what if you actually cared? Oh my God, that's way too much work. Is it? Or can you just ask, oh, hello, does this company contribute to what I would like to see in the world? Yes or no? No. Oh, does this company contribute to what I would like to see in the world? No. Oh, does this company contribute to what I would like to see in the world? Yes. Oh, cool. That's all the research you have to do. Everything not brought up times a gazillion, will you destroy non-creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. So what if you allowed yourself to really, truly acknowledge that you do know. And this simple question of yes, no can make a huge difference. So you don't have to sit down and find out who is the CEO of this company and what are they standing for and what's their mission statement. Go by the energy. Is this contributing to the world I would like to see in the future? Yes, no. Oh, it's that simple. Yes, it's that simple. So everything that doesn't allow you to choose that, will you just join on Creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So please recognize you truly, truly, truly have a way that you can be here in this world that will create a different future. And I want you to get this, because it's really not about us all having to get together and align and agree about a point of view. It's really just whatever it is that you're looking at for you. You can start creating that by choosing to support that energy that you are aware of. And that is what I would like to see this world becoming, is for us to actually know we can change whatever this is here right now that is not working. Even if we all have different ways of doing it, if we all have a different point of view, we don't have to align and agree in order to create change. This is really important. We do not have to align and agree about anything in order for things to change. So everything that is times a gazillion, will you just join on Creative, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And I know that some of you that are here have some specific questions about animal situations, about things of how to handle this, or how do I trust myself in animal communication and all of that. And today, this was, for me, is more about sort of the more broader idea of animals in the world. Today is World Animal Day. So how can you celebrate that with the animals in a different way without coming to conclusion, and with you being an energy that is actually different than you've ever been before? And for all of your specific questions, I specifically have a free German call that I do every month or so that you can come on with specific questions. Happy to have you there for that. For all of you that are English speaking, I think I might start doing something like that also, but please also on my YouTube channel and in my podcast, there are many, many things that might actually give you some more awareness on some of the things that you would like to know. I do have a library of things, so please have a look at that too. And if that didn't satisfy your whatever it is that you're looking for, you can always reach out to me and we can look at your specific situation in that way. But today, please let this be an invitation to a different possibility. And what is it that you see in the world that is a possibility, and how can you contribute to the change that will make that the new reality? So thank you so much for being here. And what else can we be with animals? Thank you. I very much appreciate you being here. And what else is possible? Let's celebrate the animals. Thank you so much. Bye bye.